It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's David Benavidez. He's 6'2" with a reach of 74.5 inches. And he'll be facing Lerone Richards. He's 5'10" tall with a reach of 70 inches.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Phoenix, Arizona, an all-action, exciting two-division champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez. Fighting out of the blue corner from Surrey, England, a British and Commonwealth super middleweight champion, Lerone Sniper the Boss Richards.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. And there's the bell to start round one. Jab does not score. There's a counter shot. And he misses with that straight left. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
That uppercut doesn't land. And he scores with the counter. That left uppercut doesn't score. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. Perfect counter lands. That jab gets blocked. You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up.
On on to the second round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter shot. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Insane action. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That hook was off target. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Nice counter. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter punch caught him clean. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Switch on. You've been coasting. Don't change too much. Just keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
And there's the bell for round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Misses with the straight left. Good counter punching. And miss with that jab. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just missed with that hook. Straight right just misses. Missing with the hook. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power.
Just take the round off, win the round on your jab, and breathe when you step in.
Defense at the end of all.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Looks like they're going to mix up their strategy a little bit here. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That hook doesn't score. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Beautiful counter shot. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That counter shot lands. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's when the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They threw the hook. It didn't land. How about that time counter shot? And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about about David Benavidez in that last round?
That's his round.
Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Because he's going to be confident.
Oh, yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good, man.
And there's the bell for round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Nice counter shot. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward seemingly with endless energy, John.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. It bombs away. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? They're both trying for a knockout. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And Richards just got buzzed. Let's see that again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Talk about Richards in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
And don't give him no free shots. Be smart. Just to say it again, don't change too much.
This is the beginning of round 6. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Those counter punches have to hurt. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Punch, counter punch. Lerone Richards in trouble here. And down goes Richards. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into the fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Nice defense there to stop the right hook. Lerone Richards in trouble here. Appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping it.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Richards in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
That right hand's beautiful. That's it. And just stick a few body shots in there.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching up. Get out there.
There's 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it.
And there's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Good counter punch. Trying to land that jab. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
And that hook misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Catch and shoot. They exchange punches. Nice counter punch. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Nice counter. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. And Richards just got buzzed. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I need to see that again.
Not many people would have predicted it. I'm Todd Grisham, and there's nothing quite like the Empire Fight Camp, especially at night. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
Time for our tale of the tape. Juan Francisco Estrada, 5'4" tall with a reach of 66 inches. And he'll be facing Roman Gonzalez, better known as Chocolatito, 160 centimeters tall with a reach of 163.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
Juan Francisco Estrada, one of the best fighters Mexico's ever produced, a two-weight world champion making his way to the ring. He'll be taking on Chocolatito from Nicaragua. He surpassed his mentor, idol, and former three-weight world champion, the late, great Alexis Aguero, by winning world titles in 4 weight classes.
It'll be ding-ding from Bernardo off.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Puerto Peñasco in Mexico, here is the 2-division world champion, Juan Francisco El Gallo Estrada. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Managua, Nicaragua, here is a legendary 4-division champion of the world, introducing Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez.
They'll be fighting under the lights tonight. What a unique environment as we get set for this high-energy showdown.
The fans are getting desperate. They want to get involved in this fight. And
you can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Nice exchange here from both men. One punch could change everything in this battle. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big main event.
it's been a long, long day, Todd. They've been drinking, they've been out in the sun, they've been having a good time. But this is what they've been waiting for. This crowd can be very unpredictable. And by the sense of it, it's night time now. They're waiting for the big fight. There's a lot of pressure on these fighters' shoulders to get that job done and perform.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
We wanted action, and they hold that thought. El Gallo is hurt. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
I love it. I love it. That jab's slick.
Go back out there and win the round.
On to the second round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Just missed with that hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Just, kid, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on.
Here. The jab's working nice. Those 1-2.
Get focused. Get your mind back on the draw.
On to the third. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full battle, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And down goes Chocolatito. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
What a build-up, what a journey towards this fight, what a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it, the fighters enjoyed it, I certainly enjoyed it, and what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.
Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali. He stands 6'3" tall with a 78-inch reach. He'll face this man, Joe Louis. He's 6'2" tall, 181 pounds, one of the best right hands in the business.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're going to lose.
Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. Watch the footwork. Watch the hand speed. No one does it like Ali. Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber, one of the most historically important fighters of all time.
As soon as the ball goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
And with that, let's go into the ring. And the Hall of Fame announcer himself, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only three-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner, and iconic longtime world champion who defended his title for a record of 12 years, introducing a heavyweight champion of the world, the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night. Because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Not so rigid anymore with the stance. That jab misses. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Punch, counter punch. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. Here's the bell for round two. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think they're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? That hook won't score. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Unlucky to miss with that jab. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance without a doubt.
There's the bell to start round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. That left hook missed. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They're both trying for a knockout. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. And there's the bell to start round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
The straight right just misses. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he scores with the counter. Swing and a miss with that left hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Catch and shoot. How about that time counter shot? Can't score with that jab. just missed with that hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Don't be looking everyone. Stand, put it back on in this round.
Back into the fray here in round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Good counter punching. Well done with that counter shot. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Beautiful counter shot. Jab misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to...
Now you're switching on.
Let's start the 6th. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Jab slightly off target. They both want the knockout. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Good defense there to stop that hook. And he just missed with that left jab. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Both men step back for just a moment. These punches coming from every angle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need... the bell to start round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal? Hold it right there. Joe Louis in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. They exchange punches. Straight right just misses. Do you believe what we are seeing? Beautiful counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Those counter punches have to hurt. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. He is down big time on the score.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important.
That's it. Now breathe.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get cut. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
A perfect counter shot. Just misses with that jab. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Ooh, he ate that right hand. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Missing with that right hook. There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
That hook just can't find the target. Big hooks upstairs. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
No rest for the weary. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. No rest for the weary. That counter shot lands. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got it. We've made it to round 10. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
A perfect counter lands. Nice work to block that right uppercut. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter punch caught him clean. He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Incredible work rate. Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. Has to be, you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Ali in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
You know, I've been in fights like that.
Listen, the fights are over yet.
And there's the bell for round 11. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
They exchange punches. Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. So that's that. The referee's made his judgment, and we carry on. drop their guard, they get caught. Those counter punches have to hurt. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive there. Nice counter shot. Wow, what a shot! And it's over! A home run swing, and that will do it here. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
A shot from the gods took him out. Listen to me. Are you okay? You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.